I'm Tracy. I'm mum to a profoundly deaf little girl, big girl now. And I started to cue when she was 2 years old, in English and in French, as we live in France. I just realised how amazing cued speech is as a tool to language. As a result, my daughter is bilingual, French and English, and I had a sudden flash that I had to have a career change and do something with this and spread the word, and to use cued speech with children professionally. So I became, over the years, I have become a transliterator in French. So I work with young children in schools and also with older children in high schools and at university this year. So what I do basically in my job with small children, I'm in the classroom normally for an hour or 2 hours a day, and I'm there for essential subjects like reading or mathematics. And I sit with the teacher and opposite the child, and I cue what the teacher says. I sometimes sign if the child is used to signing as well, or I sign and cue, so I do a mixture. It depends on the ability and the level of the child. And I'm there basically to ensure communication, to give the child confidence in understanding what the teacher says, and also to have confidence in himself or herself to actually speak in the classroom. And this is through cued speech in French. I also teach English in France to deaf signing teenagers, and I decided this year that I didn't want to teach English, as a language through sign language, as they are signing teenagers. I wanted to do it as a communication, a communicative language, with a communicative approach, instead of just translating everything into sign. So I went in and started to cue just basically the vowel sounds, so to give the teenagers an idea of how to pronounce words, so that they could see the sounds on my face. And I've had fantastic results. I've had teenagers saying to me that they love English. They don't like French, but they love English. They love speaking English, and they love experimenting with the sounds. So we might do a ooh, ah, ah, or the hey, oh, I, and they love making these noises, and they've actually started voluntarily to cue on their own, which has just brought tears to my eyes. It's been absolutely fabulous, and I can't say that their level of English is fantastic, but they're wanting to learn another language and wanting to experiment in a language which was completely foreign to them and perhaps seemed really, really difficult. It's just been so amazing and encouraging. So that's it. I think that's how I use cued speech. I started with the vowel sounds just to make them relax and make the sounds, just because some of these children really can't articulate very well. And I just wanted them to just, if they could just get anything out. And they started to say perfect O's, A's, which in French doesn't exist. It's O, A. They don't have the A, I, oi. And then I gradually just built it up, really. I just, I don't do cue reading lessons. I don't do decoding with them. I just use it kind of as part of my lesson, and if they latch onto something, they do it gradually at their own rhythm. I don't force them to do it. And my explanation to them was, because they are signing teenagers, at first they were quite sort of reticent, and I said, well, I'm not asking you to cue, I'm the one who's cueing. I'm not saying you have to do this. I just want to help you to see how to pronounce the words, the sounds of English.